Hello everyone and welcome to another beer review here from the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for watching, I appreciate it. Today was a really hot day, in the Czech Republic, when, taken into consideration the kind of last couple of weeks, where it was just rainy and really cold. On some days we only had 12 or 13 degrees, and that's kind of, beginning of August. So, for summer it is relatively cold. And today we had up to 34 degrees, and it was really humid as well. So I do expect a bit of thunderstorm to arrive during the night at some point, or potentially tomorrow morning. I don't know, but it was really hot. And since the early afternoon hours, I have been looking forward to a good beer. And today I was in Prague to drop the ladies of the house off to a birthday party, and then I went shopping, and I was lucky enough to pick up this little guy from the Pivovar Gwern. It's a small mini brewery from the kind of south of Prague. It's a small village just south of Prague, very close to Ricciani, which seems to be the kind of next bigger place to it. So not too far from Prague. So definitely something where you could go to, if you ever visit Prague. I've never had them before, and I was really, pleasantly surprised to see them today. And, I thought, well, something new. Why not give it a go? And yeah, here we are. It's their 12 degrees Svetly Ležák, their 12 degrees pale lager. It's unpasteurized, unfiltered, like the majority of beers from the kind of smaller breweries, from the family or mini breweries in the Czech Republic, and it comes in a handy 1 liter PET bottle. So very curious about this beer and this brewery, because like I said, I've never ever had a beer from them, and it a bit disappointed actually, because that I haven't seen them, because Prague. I mean, I'm in Prague almost every day, and I do travel around, different breweries quite a lot. So, bit disappointed that after such a long time of living here, I haven't been able to try them. But I'm really glad that I get to try them this evening. And because it was such a warm day, I don't even want to keep you any longer. I will just open this now and share with you my opinion. Ooh. It's always a good sign. Oh, it's very lively. I have to be careful with the opening. It's very lively. But that's okay. It's better than being flat completely. So I don't mind if I spill a little bit for as long as it's lively and not a flat beer. And it's quite full as well, so I have to be careful and push it too hard. Ooh, it's a very nice hoppy aroma coming from it. Oh, very hoppy. That's nice. So let's see what the look and feel gives us, because as I may have mentioned in previous videos, for me that's also very important. And it looks very nice. I will show you in a second. Now this is absolute perfection when it comes to the look and feel. Again, that really nice dark golden color, a little bit hazy because of the non-filtration, and then the foamy head. So really nice. And again, that hoppy aroma. So na zdraví. Yeah, it's a very nice beer. I really like it. Now I have to admit, and maybe that's my fault, I didn't leave it in the fridge. Maybe I put this on this side in the fridge for too long. I kind of bought this. I picked up the ladies from the birthday party, and then we came home and I've just had this in the fridge. I mean, it was in the fridge in the shop that I bought it, but then I've just had it in the fridge for maybe an hour, hour and a half, and it may not have been long enough, but that's my fault. I really like this. It's a very nice beer. It's very refreshing and immediately, and I think that hop aroma that came through when I got a little bit of scent. I can really feel it and I can really taste it. And there is a little bit of hop bitterness coming through at the end. Nothing overwhelming, nothing too big. It's a very kind of discreet hop bitterness, but the hop aroma while I was drinking it was stronger than the after kind of bitterness. So I hope that makes sense when I say this. A little bit of maltiness in there, but for me the overwhelming part, when I say overwhelming, I don't mean that in a bad way. The part that really stood out for me was that hop aroma as I started drinking. But I will give this another go. Yeah, it's really the hop aroma. There's a really nice hop aroma coming from it, a really nice hoppy taste. But then the bitterness, it's very discreet, and it doesn't last. It's not a lasting kind of bitterness that stays with you for a while. It's a discreet bitterness that I think is built in to this beer very, very well. So overall, I really do like it. I really do think that this is a good beer, and I'm really happy that I tried. I mean, that's what beer tasting is all about, right? Trying different things, trying different beers, different breweries, getting to know a new beer, and really see what the other breweries are doing. I have to admit though, I don't think this is one of the best beers of many breweries that I've ever had. I have had, at least for my own personal taste. And again, beer, just like food, is all about taste. And I'm sure there will be a lot of people who will say, hang on a sec, Rene, this is the best beer that I have ever had. You are lying. For me personally, in my personal taste, I have had beers that would have met my taste a lot more than this one does. However, I really like this. When I say have had better, it doesn't mean that this is a bad beer or whatever. It's a really good beer. I like it, and I can also feel, and I think this is really what's important. When I have a beer, that the guys at this brewery, I mean, at least in my personal opinion, really care about what they do, and they do it with love, and I can definitely taste it in this, and that's important for me. And then it doesn't matter if it's not the best beer of a mini brewery that I've ever had. It's a great beer, and it's definitely up there somewhere for me, but it's just not on top. But I would still definitely recommend for you to try this, give this a go, and really see if it maybe meets your taste. They have different beers as well. They have like a, from what I've seen in the shop today, they have a Desika, like a 10-degree draft beer, and then I think they also had a 11 degrees pale lager. So maybe next time I will give this a go when I see them again in the shop, just to kind of get a bit of a comparison to this one. But overall, my opinion and my feedback is that this is absolutely recommendable, and a really, really nice beer. A really nice and smooth. And I think, this is also important, because, there was no element here that made me feel like in any way that this is, difficult to drink, or, it's very easy to drink, very drinkable. And, it's just something that I would definitely recommend to try and to get. It's my understanding that you can go to the brewery and you can have a couple of beers directly at their place. So look them up again. Pivovar, Gwern, not too far away from Prague, just in the south, very close to Ricciani, so probably very easy to reach as well. So if you're in the area, maybe see if you can't get one of their beers, or even visit the brewery directly. Now I'm gonna finish this, then I'm gonna finish the bottle, and then I will probably have maybe one or two more beers today, because today is the German Super Cup. the match between Bayern Munich and I'm not sure if you can say Red Bull Leipzig, or no, I think they want to be called Rasenballsport Leipzig. That Red Bull team in Germany. They are playing the Super Cup today because Bayern Munich became champion. They became the cup winners last year, so they are battling it out for the first title of the season. And the interesting part is that Bayern Munich yesterday. Well, I'm not sure if they signed him yesterday or this morning or whatever, but it's been ongoing for I don't know, a couple of weeks, if not months, for even years. I think when I read the first time that some Bayern Munich representatives went to London, it was already almost, I think, a year ago, if I'm not completely wrong. But they signed Harry Kane from Tottenham Hotspur for a astonishing 110 million euros. I think that was the last figure that I've read. So I'm very curious. And yeah, this morning they confirmed that the deal went through after a long period of negotiations, and then once the clubs reached an agreement, Harry Kane apparently wasn't too sure if that's the right step for him. But apparently he signed the contract, he is on board, and I haven't had a chance yet to read the news if he is already going to play tonight or if he will be playing in the first Bundesliga game. Bundesliga will kick off next weekend, so maybe we will see him then. I have read a lot of people saying it's great for Bayern Munich, it's great for the league. I think it's great for Bayern Munich that they were able to sign him, especially for that kind of money. I'm not sure if it's great for the league, for the Bundesliga, because over the last maybe decade or so, interest in the Bundesliga has decreased, and even when I look at some of the kind of foreign football fans, whether it's English fans or wherever they're from, there seems to be a consensus that the Bundesliga is decreasingly, or it's becoming less interesting than it may have been 10 or 15 years ago, with Bayern Munich basically winning every year. Even last year, even though it was a little bit exciting at the end, again, it was Bayern Munich that won the championship. And, at the beginning of the season, of last season, Bayern Munich bet Eintracht Frankfurt by a very high margin. I think it was like something ridiculous, like 6-0 or whatever the case may be. And I already said, oh my God, it's going to be another, boring season. And my worry is that, and although it got a little bit exciting, my worry is with players like Kane. I think if they integrate him properly, if they really manage to get him and the team together, then we already know who is going to be the champion of the Bundesliga this season, which kind of takes away the suspense, that interesting, that excitement, exciting part. But we will see. I could be wrong. We will see. I'm just really interested in seeing how he's going to get on in Germany. I believe he played for England or within England for his whole life. With the majority of time being spent in Tottenham. So how he's going to get used to integrate and get used to the kind of German football and the Bundesliga. So interesting stuff. And this is what I'm going to be doing this evening, watching the game. And I will have a couple of more beers. If you have had this beer before, or a beer from the brewery, let me know in the comments. And, again, maybe if you're coming to Prague, try to visit them again, Pivovar Gwern, and let me know if you do visit what your thoughts were. Subscribe to my channel for more video reviews here from the Czech Republic, and I hope I will see you again in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.